Well, data for Sri Lanka tourism is actually improving very well. 2024 is going to be a significant year for Sri Lanka coming back after the COVID pandemic and the economic crisis. We have recovered very well. We are a very resilient nation. You know, you can't compare ourselves with other competing markets like Maldives or Vietnam. They didn't, of course, they had COVID, but they didn't have economic crisis where we had to, tourists were going out of the country. But now we achieved the figure of almost 1.5 million, which we want to get in 2023. And our target for this year is our 2018 figure that we had the most number of tourists, which is 2.3 million. And I'm pretty sure the way we are going, we will end up with that figure of 2.3 million. As of now, we have crossed the 500,000 mark into just 2.5 months. And we are a 365-day destination. We are not a winter season or a summer season. 365 days of Sri Lanka is summer. And I always say we are an all-in-one capsule. I always say we are an all-in-one capsule minus the snow being an island. You don't get that anywhere in the world. And I proudly say that in a small, tiny island, where can you get everything? Where you can get the two biggest mammals, a wild elephant and a blue whale, where you can watch it in a 3 hours period of time. That is Sri Lanka. And this is not what I'm saying. Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, and Harrison Ford spent 40 days in Sri Lanka in 1979 or 1980 shooting Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Doom. And they called it a studio. That's Sri Lanka. Sun and sea, wellness, adventure, romance, there are a lot of other things that you can, underwater. We have over 140 World War shipwrecks underwater. And our marine base, our wildlife, there's so much that you can do. So it's up to the Australian target segment, whether you want to do a wellness break or detox break, or go and have an adventure in a wildlife park, look at leopards, look at elephants, or go underwater. Or you can get married there, top of a hill or next to a waterfall. Well, for the first-time travelers, I would say it depends. I always suggest at least you must spend 7 days in Sri Lanka. Whether you are the younger generation who want to go and surf in Arugam or down south, or do kite surfing, that is for the young audience. And for the more mature audience, like I said, the wellness, the culture, we are very diverse in our segments. So there's so much that you can do. For a first-time traveler, I would say first do the trip down south to understand the sun and the sea and the beach, and maybe do a trip down the middle of the country where you can, look at the waterfalls and do a few other things. Again, it depends on your liking. Whatever your travel liking is, you can experience it. That's why Sri Lanka is not a bucket list destination. Sri Lanka, our tagline is you'll come back for more, because when you fall in love, with it, because they come for so many things. The data shows the overall globally 33% of travelers to Sri Lanka are repeat travelers. So we are not a bucket list destination.